Hello and welcome back to Sentinels of the Multiverse, the video game. Last time, we took on a giant robotics factory that was threatening the city of Megalopolis, and this time, someone new is going to come and cause problems. Just quickly want to point out, this little box on the left here is the Letters page. That's the podcast that has all the lore and stuff behind all of the Sentinels. You know, all the characters and the stories and things. There's somebody in that picture who we haven't seen yet and won't be seeing for a while. Wonder who that could be. Anyway, this time we are going to delve into Mini-Pack 1 before we get into the real bad boys of the core set. Our threat for this week is Ambuscade, a disgraced film actor turned big game hunter who decided one day that he was bored with killing the animals of the world. Someone of his skill needed bigger game. Namely heroes, and in fact what would be a better trophy than the head of Haka, who is known for being invincible. Despite all of this confidence, he's really not that difficult. He's one of the easiest heroes in the main set, probably still one of the easiest heroes out of everything that's been released. So let's get Ambuscade. And because Ambuscade is so easy, I'm going to be challenging myself not to play with Legacy this time. In fact, we're going to be playing with the Wraith, Absolute Zero, Ra, who's someone we haven't seen yet, and the hero from Mini-Pack 1, Unity. Now, unfortunately, Ambuscade doesn't really have a home turf. Baron Blade had his base in Atlantis, and Omnitron specifically attacked Megalopolis, but there was one environment that was released with Mini-Pack 1, that being Silver Gulch. It's really not anything connected to Ambuscade. He wouldn't even really get anything that you could even sort of consider home turf until much, much later, and even then it's kind of debatable. But Silver Gulch is what we have, and it's a pretty interesting environment. So let's dive right in. Unfortunately for Ambuscade, we're not going to be fighting him with Haka. I have found you, my prey. Your time runs short. Au revoir. The shadows strike as the Wraith. Stand down, villain. Alright, onward. Now, because we're not using Legacy, we're not going to have damage boosts like we had before, but I think we'll be alright. Ambuscade has 50 HP, that's all he has. He has the lowest HP out of any villain that we've seen so far. At the start of the game, he enters play Superhuman Hunter side up. Cards are revealed from the top of the villain deck until 3 device cards are revealed and put into play. Again, if we had a different number of heroes, that number would be either higher or lower, but I tend to stick with 4, so that's going to be 3. The other revealed cards are shuffled back into the villain deck. At the end of the villain turn, Ambuscade deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 projectile damage. Anytime you see a blue number with stars like that, that means that it's filling in a value for H. H means the number of heroes that you have on your team. It's their way of trying to scale the game based on how many players that you have, and it kind of works, but it's pretty obvious that you're really meant to be playing with 4. Ambuscade can flip, just like any other villain, but we'll get there when we get there. Alright, let's get started. And there we go, personal cloaking device. When this card enters play, flip Ambuscade's villain card to his invisible stalker side. I don't know what it is about the RNG in this game. 9 times out of 10 when I play, he always gets this card out first, but whatever. When he's on this side, at the start of his turn, if the personal cloaking device is not in play, Ambuscade flips. Note that that is the beginning of his turn. If you destroy the cloaking device on your turn, he does not automatically flip back. And on this side, Ambuscade is immune to damage. At the end of the villain turn, Ambuscade deals the hero target with the lowest HP 3 energy damage. So you gotta watch out for that. That can get unmanageable if you don't get him out of here really fast. Custom hand cannon. At the end of the villain turn, Ambuscade deals the hero with the most cards in play 2 projectile damage. No big deal. Notice that is Ambuscade dealing the damage, not this card. Reactive plating. Reduce damage dealt to Ambuscade and this card by 1. The first time a target deals damage to Ambuscade each turn, this card deals that target 2 energy damage. And he starts off with a trap card. Let's find that card. When this card would enter play, shuffle it face up in the villain deck. Whenever this card is face up on top of the villain deck, Ambuscade deals the hero target with the highest HP 4 energy damage, then discards this card. Notice that is whenever it is revealed, that's not whenever it's drawn. So if he plays a card and then the next card happens to be this card, it goes off. He doesn't have to try and draw it and play it. That's kind of his shtick, is gadgets and traps. We'll have Wraith take that damage. Let's see, we'll have Ra, because he's the highest. That's what I was talking about before. When things happen at the same time, you get to pick. So because no one has any cards, you get to decide who has the most cards in play. Alright, let's see here. Starting with a grappling hook, that's good. Destroy one ongoing or environment card. Ambuscade has exactly one ongoing card and you don't want it, so it's nice to have that out now. I guess we'll just start off with some throwing knives again. Remember, we don't have Galvanize. We are not being boosted by Legacy. So we can do exactly 1 damage, which means that we're not going to be able to hit that reactive plating, which is unfortunate. So I'm just going to stop. Okay, it's nice to see that, although I could use something else. Once again, Zero has no suit pieces. So, oh, I forgot to show what that card does. It gives you a power, you destroy it, and you draw 3 cards. Oh, nice. There it is. Power, draw 3 cards, destroy this card. Alright, so I got the fire suit. I don't have the cold suit. Aha, there we go. Now, the reason I brought Ra here along with Zero is because Ra's job is to do lots of damage and do it all at once. And he deals exclusively fire damage. Yes, you can attack Zero. Yes, that is a very optimal strategy. And yes, I will probably be doing it. Ra's main gimmick is he has the Staff of Ra. It's an equipment. When this card enters play, Ra regains 3 HP. Increase damage dealt by Ra by 1. You can, if you wish, deal 1 target 3 projectile damage to destroy this card. I have seen very, very few circumstances where this is actually desirable. It happens every now and then, but just know that that's there. It's also called a relic. That doesn't matter right now. There's villains and environments that were released in later sets that have to do with relics. Don't worry about that. It's an equipment. First move of the game should always be to play the staff, because now we're dealing extra damage. And his power, Pyre, Ra deals 1 target, 2 fire damage. Very simple. This guy is very simple to play. I am going to start getting this cloaking device out of here, because Unity here is very interesting, and she cannot function as long as Ambuscade is on this side. So sorry about the cut there. Unfortunately, there's some construction going on around me, and it's kind of starting and stopping at unpredictable times, so I may have to do that every now and then. But nothing has changed. I just turned the recording button on and off. Anyway, Unity is a very unique character. She cannot do damage herself. What she does is she builds mechanical golems, much like this one. This is a Raptor Bot. This card cannot be played during your play phase. At the end of your turn, this card deals the 1 target X melee damage, where X equals the number of mechanical golems in play plus 1. The way Unity plays golems is by using her ability Bot Hack. Destroy an equipment card that can be anyone's equipment card. If you do, put a mechanical golem from your hand into play. These golems, as you can see, have very low HP. Number 1, I couldn't actually get anything out right now anyway, but if I were to put a mechanical golem out, Ambuscade would immediately kill it. So we need to get him out of his cloaking device as soon as possible if we want Unity to be able to do anything. I want to love Unity. She is so much fun when she actually works properly. But unfortunately, like Zero, she takes quite a bit of setup to get going, and if anything comes out that either does damage to everything or damage to the lowest, she's just immediately crippled. So it's very hard to get her to actually work, but she's a lot of fun if you can pull it off. I think I'm going to use Supply Crate because I don't have a whole lot of golems to begin with. So let's just get set up. Ooh, that's a good card. One hero may use a power now. If that power deals damage, increase that damage by 2. That's very nice to have on hand. Well, nothing to do with that. I'm not just gonna eat Ra's staff for no reason, so we're gonna skip the power phase. Platform bot. Another good bot to have. Let's see what the environment's gonna throw at us. Sustain the portal. When this card enters play, one player may discard one card. If they do, discard the top card of the environment deck. You might be thinking to yourself, why would anyone want to do that? Well, there's a couple of reasons. First of all, if you have a player who's controlling the environment deck, like say for example, Visionary just dug through the environment trash or through the environment deck and put something specific on top, you can get rid of it. But there's another reason you might want to do that will become clear later. We're not going to right now. At the end of the environment turn, deal each target 2 energy damage and destroy this card. Unity really doesn't like that. Doesn't matter right now, but she really doesn't like it. I'm going to show you the fast forward button. It's right down here in the bottom right corner of the screen. It just makes everything happen fast. We all knew it was going to happen. Everybody took 2 damage. Here's another trap card. Where is this one? This is his deck. It's not an actual order. Here we go. When this card would enter play, shuffle it face up in the villain deck. Whenever this card is face up on the top of the villain deck, Ambuscade deals each hero target 3 energy damage, then discard this card. Not good, you really don't like to see that. But we may never see it for the rest of the game. It could have gone to the very bottom, or it could come up next turn. You just never know. But he only gets to play 1 card. Alright, Ra. If I get to choose who takes damage, I usually tend to go with whoever has the highest. Sometimes there's characters who like to take damage, who like to control their HP a little bit more, but that's not a concern right now. I guess I'll play Stunbolt, if for no other reason than for Unity to eat it when she has to. Boy, we gotta work on that reactive plating. I promise, the Wraith actually can do some very good damage. We just haven't been able to see it happen yet. Alright. Zero. Zero has everything he needs to get going. We don't particularly need to heal right now, so let's just get ready to have some fun. First of all, he's gonna hit himself for 1 fire damage. Unfortunately, Zero isn't going to be quite as effective without Legacy either. Yeah, we'll do 1 cold damage here. I think Ra can take care of the cloaking device. Alright, Ra does not actually have all that much to do right now. I'm gonna play Flame Barrier. The first time Ra is dealt damage by a target each turn, Ra deals that target 2 fire damage. Boy, I don't have all that many ways of dealing direct damage right now. Well, the cloaking device needs to go. And so it shall. Which means that on his next turn he's gonna flip back. So Unity can officially play some bots. So now we have a choice to make. This is an equipment which we can destroy to get a bot out, but we can destroy it now and draw 2 cards. Wraith is usually who I like to use to feed things to Unity. She's got a couple of things for her to eat. Zero gets mad if we eat his equipment, same with Ra. That's a tough call, actually. You know what? I've got this card coming here for card draw. I am actually just going to eat that. Yeah, I'm going to let that go so we can get Platform Bot out. Let's play Brainstorm. Draw 2 cards. Unity deals up to 3 targets, 1 lightning damage each. Okay, that's not a bot. That's a Raptor Bot. Those Raptor Bots can get ridiculous if you really let them get going. Unfortunately, there's really nothing we can deal damage to, but I wanted the card draw more than anything. Alright, we're gonna destroy that supply crate. And we're gonna play Platform Bot. Reduce damage dealt to this card by 1. At the end of your turn, this card deals 1 target 3 energy damage. And just like that, Unity has a passive 3 damage that goes off every turn. 2, because of reactive plating. But still, you get the idea. I was afraid of that. When this card enters play, reveal cards from the top of the environment deck until a portal card is revealed, then put it into play. Which means if we get another Sustain the Portal, we're going to... Oh, okay. This is even more interesting. This is why we keep a grappling hook around. Lost in the Past. When this card enters play, discard the top 2 cards of the environment deck. At the end of the environment turn, if there are no cards in the environment trash, the characters are lost in time. Game over. This is, as far as I know, the only environment alternate lose condition. Your characters have gotten sucked into the past, into this Wild West world, and the portal is closing. They will be stuck here forever, unless you can sustain the portal. This is why you might want to consider discarding some cards to put some cards into the environment trash. I usually choose to just destroy this card. At the start of the environment turn, put the top card of the environment trash on the bottom of the environment deck. So you do get some time, but there are cards that can play more than one environment card at a time. You have to be careful with that card. Alright, so now he turns back. Sonic Mine. When this card is destroyed, this card deals each hero target 2 sonic damage. Targets dealt damage this way cannot deal damage until the start of the next villain turn, aka destroy it with the last character in your lineup, or hope that an environment target gets it, because that can happen too. This is one card where you want to be careful about something like Zero's card that lets him deal passive damage at the start of his turn. You don't necessarily want to let him do that. I try to preserve Zero's HP because he tends to get rid of it himself, so we're going to take some damage from the reactive plating there. I don't mind that so much. Especially since we get to do that. Flame Barrier's fun. I don't usually end up playing it because if he has bigger damage to do, I'd rather just do that. But it is fun. Alright, let's get rid of that time portal. We can't let that stay around. And then we go... Okay, very good. We drew a very good card from that. I think... I'm considering stun bolting. How much damage do we... Yeah, we can... I don't want to pop the Sonic Mine with Wraith, so I think I'm just gonna stun bolt. We don't necessarily need... Oh, shoot, I forgot about that. Crud. Alright, so I'm gonna redo that there. That's the thing about the video game, is if you're playing the paper game, you can say you're gonna do something and then realize it wouldn't work and then walk it back. So if you see me using the replay button, that's why. How much damage can we do? The answer is not much. Yeah. No, I'm just gonna do stealth. I want to let Platform Bot destroy the Sonic Mine. Alright. I don't need to heal yet. I'm actually just gonna use Focused Apertures. Then again, boy, that reactive plating is just getting in the way. I take that back. I'm just gonna heal. Remember, I'm so used to playing this with Legacy. Because we're only doing 1 damage right now. That won't get past the reactive plating. That's obnoxious. Alright, we need to start taking that thing out. Living Conflagration. When this card enters play, Raw deals 1 target 2 fire damage. Power, Raw deals 1 target 1 fire damage, and you may draw a card. So this card has 2 functions. It comes out, does immediate damage, and then you can use it for card draw, which is what I'm going to do because I don't have a whole lot of cards. Alright, so we're going to just do as much damage to that thing as we can. I don't think I'll be able to destroy it either way. So let's just take the card. We get something good. Summon Staff is good. That lets you draw cards. Alright, Flesh of the Sun God is not something that's probably going to matter this game, but it can be very, very good. Hasty Augmentation. I think there's going to be better times to use that. Discard any number of cards, search your deck for mechanical golems. That's something to consider. Powered Shockwave, Unity deals each villain target X lightning damage where X equals the number of mechanical golems in play plus 1. I'm not as familiar with Unity's deck because I don't use it all that often. So I'm trying to think. Unfortunately, because of what this environment does and because one of the cards that Ambuscade has deals mass damage to everything, I don't think I'm going to be able to get enough use. I don't think I'm going to be able to get enough golems out at one time to be able to use this. I am actually considering discarding... Yeah, I'm gonna do it just because I have nothing better to do. And I am looking for something in particular. Oh, I get to choose! Perfect. I want Swiftbot. You may play an additional card during your play phase. You may draw an additional card during your draw phase. Gimme. Gimme, gimme. We want Swiftbot. Just gonna eat the Stun Bolt because we do not need it. Wraith and Unity get along very well. There's a good amount of hero, like, what was the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word right now, but they play very well together. Alright, out goes Swiftbot. If for no other reason than I want the additional card draw. Okay. We have one platform bot, right? Okay, I want platform bot. You know what? I want platform bot to take out reactive plating. There's no rule that says we even have to pop the Sonic Mine. And if something gets it on the environment turn, all the better. Oh god. Explosives wagon! Let's see if I can grab that. Cover. Increase all damage dealt by 1. When this card is destroyed, deal each target 2 fire damage and 2 projectile damage. In other words, maybe try not to blow it up. You'll see another card come out later that will make the cover matter, but let's not worry about that right now. Alright, run and gun. Ambuscade deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 projectile damage. Shuffle the villain trash into the villain deck, and play the top card of the villain deck. Not ideal, but also not the worst. Remember, everyone's damage is being increased right now. So, what are we gonna get this to? Oh, there's the trap. Just gonna have Unity take that. Ugh, not good. Alright, so he just played a card that means that he's gonna flip over to his other side. And we're all gonna take some damage. Bye-bye platform bot. Ugh. There's the cloaking device that came out from Vanish. Ooh, oh, that was bad. That was really bad. I hate that. Yeah, Unity can really be difficult to set up. Alright, what do we want to do here? I guess we just play Razor Ordnance. Try to get rid of that cloaking device. Unfortunately, he has another Vanish in his deck as well. That was a bad turn. We got 2 traps and he used Vanish. But we'll be okay. We can make this work. Let's get Focused Apertures out. Do the fire damage. You have to be willing to play a little risky with Zero, which I'm not always, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, Summon Staff puts a copy of the Staff of Ra into your hand and lets you draw a card, and then lets you play an additional card. So even if you don't need the staff, it's a good card to play. Flush of the Sun God. Ra's immune to fire damage, and then as a power you can make everyone immune to fire damage. Not useful right now. I mean, I guess I might as well play Flame Spike. Ra deals 1 target 1 fire damage. You can use an additional power this turn. Except there's nothing to hit. That's the thing. I don't want to waste something that big on just popping the Sonic Mine. What's this? I never use this card. Ra deals each non-hero target X fire damage, where X equals the number of villain ongoing cards in play. Yeah, I never use that. I don't think I've ever used that at all, because if they have ongoings, you want to destroy them as soon as possible. So let's do draw, right? Put up to 3 cards from the environment trash on the bottom of the environment deck. You may draw as many cards as you move this way. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Because Ra has nothing happening. That goes at the very bottom. As does that. And that. Not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. Boy. Alright, well let's take out the cloaking device at any rate. Fire Blast. There we go. Finally, some straight up damage. Jeez. What's the point of being able to blow up Zero if there's nothing to use to blow up Zero? Alright, so there's... Gonna use that. Volatile Parts, it makes it so that things take damage if they attack bots. I'm just gonna destroy it so I can get another platform bot out. And now I am going to... Do I pop the Sonic Mine? 2, -1 for... Yeah, Platform Bot will survive if I do this. So let's just get that out of the way. Again, I'm just going to fast forward through everything because we know that it's just everything is taking 3 damage. Except for Platform Bot, which is taking 2 because of DR. Again! Well, Platform Bot's dead. Oh, shoot. Never mind. Well, the good news is there's 5 cards in the environment trash right now, so we don't have to worry about that right now. Alright, I'm just removing the effects that everybody can't do damage. Don't play another Vanish. Okay, Automated Turret. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP to projectile damage. Keep track of who's doing damage, because if we used, let's say, a Throat Jab on Ambuscade, and he had the Hand Cannon out, the Hand Cannon lets Ambuscade do damage, so that card wouldn't be able to work. But if we did that, if we used a Throat Jab on Ambuscade, this card still would be able to do the damage, so do keep track of that. The Explosives Barrel is really... a little scary. Alright, speaking of Throat Jab, there are better times to use a Throat Jab, but you know what? I'm gonna use Trust Fund. Draw 4 cards, discard 2. That's what I wanted. That's also what I wanted. We used this last game, draw a card, search your deck for an equipment card, and either put it into play or in your hand, and then you can play a card. Alright, so I'm gonna get rid of this combat stance. It's the same thing as Flame Barrier. There's always something better to do than that. And at this point, I don't think I need more cards, so I'm actually gonna throw away the other Trust Fund. Alright. I might as well... I don't know. Sometimes I think it's best to get rid of his stuff, and sometimes I think it's best to just go for him. So I think I'm just gonna go for him. There's also cards in the environment that we haven't seen yet that target the lowest non-environment target, so for the sake of letting that not be a threat, let's just do it that way. Destroy ongoing cards. Let's save that for later. Alright, Coolant Blast. Absolute Zero deals 1 hero target X. We saw this last time. He does damage based on the fire damage he's taken. Unfortunately, he's in not the best position right now, so I can't really do much with that. Because he's only got 11 HP. Just know that Ra can hit him for a ton of damage and then have that compound. Let's see if I can do any healing. Alright, we're at 14. I'm gonna save that Fire Blast. No, I'm gonna shoot that Fire Blast at 0. So now, 0 gets to do 7 damage to Ambuscade, or 9 damage, and he'll be able to do even more with his power next turn. Ra and 0 are... I don't know if friends is the right word, but synergy, that's the word I was looking for. They have a lot of synergy together. And once again, I think I actually want the card draw. Ugh, still nothing good. Scorched Earth does damage based on how many environment cards are out, which right now is 2, which is not that much. Alright, here we go. Construction Pylon. Put up to 2 mechanical golems from hand into play and destroy this card. Watch this. I'm going to play 2 Raptor Bots. And suddenly, at the end of her turn, we do 4 damage. 5 damage. 5 damage. We just dealt 14 damage in 1 turn with 1 character. That's how powerful Unity can be. But she has to get going, and she has to stay going. And unfortunately, Cyrus Hayes here has come to ruin our fun. Reduce damage dealt to this card by 1 for each cover card in play, so that's what the cover does. Remember, we have a cover card out right now, that's the Explosives Barrel. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals the 2 non-environment targets with the lowest HP 3 projectile damage each. So we are unfortunately about to lose a Raptor. However, he is also going to take out that tank. So it's not in... Oh, shoot, I forgot platform now. There we go, we just lost 2 bots. So Unity can be awesome, but it takes her a while to get going and stay going. Vanish! Darn it! That's the one card he could have played to save his life. We were going to take him out this round, I'm fairly sure. And now we're back to having no bots with Unity. It's a sad state of affairs. Unfortunately, it's hard to get Unity going in any situation, really. Alright, so let's play that impromptu invention, and I would like a utility belt. In play. Lets me use 2 powers. And then I'm going to play the micro-targeting computer. So now we really start doing some damage. I think we need to get rid of this guy, unfortunately. So let's take him out. And then let's start doing some damage with the throwing knives. Take a chunk out of the cloaking device and finally kill that tank. And then we're gonna stop. I do not want to poke the explosives barrel. Yes, there are more than one explosives barrel in the environment deck. God, I'm considering drawing cards just because there's not all that much to do right now. I'll put this out just to have it out, and then I think I'm gonna heal. You can speed things up by continuously clicking the mouse button. Ooh, that's a good card. That card may actually just take Ambuscade out next round. Nothing to do, nothing to do. I mean, I guess I might as well play Scorched Earth. Let's see. Alright. And then I'll just take the cloaking device out. Not worried about that portal right now. We have more than enough cards in the environment trash. We're gonna kill him next round. It's no big deal. There's really nothing for Unity to do. I'm actually just gonna draw 2. Cryobot. If you hadn't noticed, she has bots for each of the Freedom 5 characters. This card is immune to cold damage. Whenever this card is dealt damage, it deals each non-hero target 1 cold damage. So not so bad. Alright. Tyler Hayes, another one of the Hayes brothers. Reduce damage dealt to this card for the cover. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals each non-gunman target 2 projectile damage. We don't like to see that. He can really... well, Flame Barrier just got him, but... Okay, quick stim patch. Okay, so now he heals a little bit and he gets to play another card. Custom hand cannon. I think we're okay. This was a weird game against Ambuscade. This got really tight. It's not usually that rough. But anyway, I think we're just gonna kill him. That's what I think we're gonna do. Infrared eyepiece. There's better times to talk about that. Let's just get some smoke bombs out. In play. What should we play now? Just in case we don't get him this round, I am going to throat jab him. And also, don't forget, throat jab does damage. So even if you don't need to get something to stop dealing damage, it's still a nice 2 damage. Yeah, we're gonna take him out like immediately. All right, we're not even really gonna get to see Horfire have its full effect. But just to show off what it does. Ooh, Zero's actually really low on HP, so I wouldn't have wanted to play it anyway. But, just to show you. Absolute Zero deals 1 target 2 cold damage. Absolute Zero deals a second target 2 fire damage. Those cannot be the same target. You cannot heal and do damage with that in the same turn. Absolute Zero deals himself 1 cold damage and 1 fire damage. You can choose yourself as a target for 1 of the 2 effects at the beginning of the card. This card can get absolutely nuts, especially if you chain it off with Coolant Blast, which I actually forgot to do last turn, but well, I couldn't have because he was cloaked. But that's a little bit too dangerous when we're on 4 health. So... I'll play it anyway. I'll deal myself the cold damage. And then I think I'm probably just gonna take him out. Not quite, but I'll get it with the second half of the card. So now I heal for more. And now I deal myself fire damage. And he is gone. Bye-bye Ambuscade. He got us down pretty low there, but very simple fight. And that's that. The big game hunter with the big ego has been knocked down a peg. He is going to go into hiding, and Ambuscade is actually a very big player in the overall story of Sentinels, but that's for outside for anybody who's curious. Go watch the letters, or go listen to the letters page if you want to know all about that. Thank you very much for watching. Next episode, we're going to start getting into the big boys. So look forward to that, and hopefully I'll see you next time, where things are going to start getting a little bit more real. Bye-bye!